plays his cards right, this is going to be a really tough matchup for Kang. Spectral has a very awkward keep away, and as Dragon's Fire, he's going to need to be very aggressive to make sure he doesn't get put at full screen.
And very early, Kindest already getting a whiff punish on the down 3 with that back 1.
Ooh, I like the cancels that I'm seeing. You can already tell that they're crispy, but he is eating that overhead for all this juicy damage. Hard knockdown, and here comes the mix.
Spectral
and a down 1
has great meterless damage for Ermac. I mean, look, if you look across the board, looking at like Mystic and just a little bit safer than Master of Souls, as he does have that cancel. But man, does this damage add up, whereas Mystic really has to come off a bar in order to even break even low 30s.
I mean, especially, and you take a look at in the corner where Regards is right now. If he gets clipped with a forward 2-string, he's eating 48% meterless. So no doubt this is probably one of the scariest situations. Had to break, but now RealHarris is opting to go for an aggressive style, but he has all the life lead in the world and all the space to just back up and zone him out.
And RealHarris gave him a gift with the raw lift there in the neutral, but KindestRegards didn't get the full combo punish.
Just kind of trading pokes, just being very careful. KindestRegards really doesn't have a lot of life to work with here. And the blocks are there, but he's got to be careful, and the trip guard with that head slam. And that's that awkward zoning we were talking about. Regards did a really good job staying in on Spectral and just trying to lock him down. He even broke a reversal armor one time, just wasn't ready for it. But every time he got away from Spectral, that's where he lost most of his life. Not to mention the mauling in the corner.
Oh man!
I mean, Spectral Ermac just melts, absolutely melts your life in the corner.
Yeah, if you eat any type of launcher, or if you get hit by the first 50-50 that he throws, I mean lower overhead into the flow cancel, into full combo, and if he doesn't have a bar, if he does have a bar, it's gonna hurt Big D. Let me tell you, I've been on the receiving end, and it's like it's like taking a baseball bat across the forehead. I mean, it hurts.
Oh, it's not just the baseball bat. We're talking about the baseball bat from Walking Dead. All right, that thing is.
Woo! Okay, so confirmed, Spectral will hit you with Lucille in the corner.
That's the name. I was about to say Lucy. I was like, I know that's not it. Lucille doing absolute work in the corner. Hashtag Lucille. Oh, and just getting opened up by all these little strings, but thankfully no cancel there. But you're seeing now all these little damage and all the little nicks, chip or not. Regards is already sitting at like 35% health left.
Yeah, and Harris has played good defense against Dragon's Fire. He's just simply waited his turn.
Because he knows he's a powerhouse. He's more dangerous up close than Dragon's Fire is. When he gets that mix going, if Regards doesn't disrespect the gaps in that pressure, Harris is just going to walk all over him.
And right there, if he did not blow up that he could potentially had to have held even more pressure. As we all know, off of that back fist, Liu Kang loves to do that down 3, that sneaky little down 3.
Just barely getting clipped. Luckily, no follow-up, but a beautiful hit confirmed drops the easy part of the combo, though. And now Regards is finally in there. I would really like to see some more staggers by Regards, because he's going for the classic Dragon's Fire pressure, which does pretty well. But at the same time, Harris is expecting it. You're seeing all those backdashes. If he goes for a couple more grabs to mix something up, we might see a different result.
Oh, and perfect ground pound. Got some hits done into the corner. That's exactly what you want right there. And low profile.
Oh, just mistimes the meaty. Wait a minute. And the reversal.
That is
headbutt by Spectral.
That is one of the worst feelings in the world, is when you put out a 3-hitting string and the entire thing gets delayed wake up. I mean, it's a magical feeling, let me tell you, especially if that string has a lot of whiff recovery. Woo! Man.
That's the stuff that nightmares are made out of. When you whiff your meaty setup and you end up losing the round or match because of that. Because I know I've had that happen to me. That's probably top 3 worst feelings when playing a competitive fighting game.
Oh, for
Hands
sure.
down.
Oh, for sure. And
hands down.
And you know, it's even worse when you know that they're gonna delay wake up, and you're like, it's still gonna meaty. It's got 3 hits, back 1, 2, 2, full combo, and I'm like, oh!
Before you know, it's that split half a second where you just mistimed it, and then all of a sudden your life is completely gone. And we're seeing Gets that head slam for the quick first hit, extra bar meter there. And we're seeing Harris is just doing really well, not only with dealing with the pressure, but scouting out all those armored moves that Regards is throwing out. Regards isn't playing bad, but he needs to mix it up when he's up close. The execution, for the most part, is there. And the down one to respect it, but no follow-up, unfortunate.
Yeah, you have to believe at this point, if there's a full combo sitting there in the air, you have to take it, and you see that in these top players. And again, even there, that's something that you're going to see a lot of those top blues get, even if it's something, get any kind of damage off that anti-air down one.
Here we go, spinning the bar, trying to make sure it's still his turn, but no follow-up after the down one that could have closed out the round. Regards still has a chance. Backdash to avoid as much chip, but doesn't watch his feet. RealHarris just staying composed.
If you're RealHarris, that's the first float that's been checked with a down one that's gotten anti-aired. Up until that point, he's been able to do them for absolutely free. I mean, he does not have to worry about anything. He can just simply go for a mix, go for some pressure into the float, and he hasn't had to respect anything, so he's been able to get away with it.
Spinning the bar, trying to get as much damage as possible. 35% in the hard knockdown. Well, very nice blocks. The Regards by blocks for the most part are there. He gets a few head slams snuck in on him, but the defense is there. It's the offense that he's really having trouble with, and now this is just an absolute massacre.
Holds the levitate,